Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Now today Paul and I are at Mandalay Bay Resort Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's time for breakfast. So we're going to check out Citizens Kitchen and Bar and see what they've got to offer. Don't go anywhere, we've got a lot to show you on today's episode of James and Paul Try It All.
Now before we start, we want to let you know that we were not compensated by Citizens or Mandalay Bay to make this video. All opinions are our own and reflect our experience at the time of our visit. As taste is subjective, we encourage you to form your own opinions based on the information being presented.
Alright, so we've just gotten seated here at Citizens, and we're going to go ahead and start ourselves off with some breakfast cocktails and some breakfast, but let's go ahead and appreciate the good things in life. A little bit of coffee. Cheers. Now, I drink mine black. I don't know if that's your preference or not, but they also offer plenty of cream and sugar and everything to get you started here. I'm excited to see how these breakfast plates look. Some of these breakfast plates that we've seen look pretty huge, so stay tuned. We've got a lot more to show you here at Citizens.
Our breakfast cocktails have just arrived. Now I have gone with what appears to be Citizens' take on the tequila sunrise. This is called the Good Morning Vegas. This is going to be Espolon tequila, lemon juice, orange juice, simple syrup, and here's the most interesting part of all, liquid B12. I could definitely use a little bit of B12. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna give that a stir. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. Looks like a good old-fashioned classic tequila sunrise, which I love a tequila sunrise. Oh, that's good. That's good. The tequila is nice and smooth, has a good strong tequila flavor to it though. Not a lot of bite. The orange juice and lemon juice kind of temper that a little bit. The simple syrup adds a little extra sweetness to it. And I'm hoping the B12 will be doing its magic here in a little bit, because frankly, I feel like death after 6 nights in Las Vegas. That's a good morning, Vegas.
So with James saying how awesome this is, I need to take a taste of this. Who doesn't like a tequila sunrise? Wow. So I'm definitely getting the mellow tequila. It's not like overpowering on it, but all those citrus flavors, the B12, it tastes like a 5-hour energy with alcohol.
I have to completely disagree. I think it tastes way better than a 5-hour energy. Don't listen to my silly husband. It's delightful.
Now for my cocktail, I decided to start us off with a little bit of a spicy cocktail on a spicy morning. Y'all know my love for spicy cocktails on this channel. So I decided to go with the Hot Honey Rita. That is going to be Yaya Reposado Tequila, Grapefruit Lime, Hot Honey, Spicy Honey Sugar Salt Rim. These are all delightful things that I love. I love hot honey. I love grapefruit. I like tequila. Let's give this a shot. I like the bite of the citrus from the grapefruit. I'm definitely getting the nice sweetness from the hot honey, a little bit of spicy. It's not overpoweringly spicy. I like grapefruit juice. I like tequila. This kind of reminds me of a spicy Paloma, but I'm not going to say that's my favorite. It's a delightful cocktail. It's a great way to start your breakfast, give you a little bit of a wake up. I will definitely say it's a little basic for me.
Alrighty guys, I love tequila, I love grapefruit, I love a margarita, though again, this sounds more like a Paloma to me than a margarita. Alright, let's give it a quick little tasty taste. I'm going to go for a lick of the rim. Ooh, spicy. It's not a sweet cocktail, obviously, because the grapefruit. Like grapefruit has that kind of like very tart citrus, almost, a little bit of bitterness to it. The tequila comes through nicely. The spicy rim adds a little bit of extra oomph to it. But yes, Paul is absolutely right. This is more akin to a somewhat spicy Paloma. Not even that spicy, like just a tinge of spice. But a somewhat spicy Paloma rather than like a margarita. But again, I love a Paloma, so I'm not complaining. The more and more we come to Las Vegas, I have to say, I'm noticing that it really is a tequila town. Every cocktail menu we find is always loaded with tequila and mezcal, which I'm not complaining. I just can't say I ever really picked up on it before we started doing a YouTube channel, where we started really being critical of the menus and trying all the different cocktails. And I have to admit, I love it. I love tequila, I love mezcal, and I love all the unique cocktails that Las Vegas offers. So if you're a fan of tequila and mezcal, Las Vegas is a town for you. Now that we've thoroughly tasted each other's cocktails, it is time to wait for our breakfast. That should be out shortly, but through the magic of editing, it's coming up right next.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our breakfast plates after these messages.
Hello everyone, we really hope that you're enjoying today's video. If you are, please take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that cute little bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released. Every Saturday, we're gonna bring you more Las Vegas hotel reviews, restaurant reviews, attraction reviews, and a whole lot more. Now, if you enjoy gambling just like we do, every Sunday we feature a slot series, Slot Play Sunday, also released at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you folks so much for your continued support. We really do appreciate you. We love you and you mean the world to us.
Wow, can I just say wow? When it comes down to what we ordered for our entrees, Citizens does not skimp on these portions. So what I decided to go with was the ultimate breakfast. Now, this is going to be what they do as your standard American breakfast. You have your 2 eggs, your choice of meat, your potatoes, and a small side of pancakes. There's a lot to dig in. Now, for your breakfast meat, you have your choice of bacon sausage, chicken sausage. However, we noticed that there was ham on the menu. Not a lot of places include breakfast ham as part of their breakfast plate, so we decided to go with the ham. Let's go ahead and start with the ham here on this plate. Ham is just a lovely complement to a breakfast. Let's go ahead and give that ham a taste. Cooked perfectly. It's definitely on the saltier side, as most cured meats are. You can definitely see that nice little crust on the side of that ham. Yeah, got a nice little crust to the side there. It is common that sometimes when you see breakfast ham, it could get overcooked, it could get dry. I think it was cooked perfectly. Let's start with these potatoes here. It looks like they were fried up and done almost as home fries. Let's give them a taste. Those are definitely home fries. They taste like home fries, they're not bad. The herb flavor comes through. Get a little bit of rosemary in them. And a little bit of the peppers. Let's go ahead and dig into these eggs. Now they do your eggs cooked to order, so you can get them scrambled, you can get them however you want. Let's go ahead and crack that little yolk here. Now I love a sunny side egg. It's perfectly runny. Let's give that a taste. Standard egg, hits the spot. Nothing wrong with that. Now the best part about the runny yolk, you can dip your potatoes in it. So moving on, we've got the star of this plate, and that's gonna be the breakfast pancakes here. Now I can clearly see there is a stack of 3. We decided to go with the optional option to top it with fruit. We went with blueberry for an additional $1 more. You can also get it topped with strawberry or banana. They also bring out a bottle of syrup. Can we just appreciate how amazing this little glass bottle looks? Let's go ahead and pour that syrup. Now that we've properly served these pancakes, let's dig in. Light, fluffy. Your standard buttermilk pancakes, definitely getting a little bit of that buttermilk flavor from the pancake batter. As someone who makes pancakes at home, I can definitely say these were cooked perfectly. They're not overcooked. The color is perfect. The bake was perfect on them, right in the griddle. You want your classics done right, I'd go for these pancakes. They're delicious, they're delightful. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to James while he shows you this massive hunk of a chicken fried steak that is sitting on his plate.
Okay, friends, I'm excited. Holy butts, this is a ginormous country fried steak covered in so much country gravy. If you've watched our channel, you probably know I love country fried steak. It's probably my favorite breakfast ever. And I added a little poached egg. I had the option to get more. It doesn't come with eggs, but I decided I want 1 poached egg today. So we got 1 here. And I think honestly, what I'm gonna do eventually is just put it straight on the country fried steak. But for now, let's go in raw and give it a shot. Now that cuts beautifully. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Nice little crispy coating. Let's give it a bite. That is delightful. Absolutely delightful. I would say that the country fried steak is seasoned perfectly. The gravy is wonderful, not too salty. Very similar to my own gravy at home, and I'm a gravy master. Paul always turns the gravies over to me when we're cooking, and that's good gravy. Let's try the potatoes. I'm gonna try one of these potatoes with a little bit of gravy on it. First off, the breakfast potato by itself, really good. Soft on the inside, pillowy, just enough moisture A little bit Christmas on the outside, and it's seasoned so wonderfully. It's got a little hint of like paprika and spice to it, salt, pepper, really pleasant. Let's try it with the gravy now. That puts it over the top. And now, for the piece de resistance, I'm gonna slide my little poached egg here, right on top. Oh no! There we go. You didn't see that. Now we've added my poached egg right on top of my country fried steak. Let's give it a little breaky bake. Yes. Oh, that's the stuff that breakfast dreams are made of. Yes, that is how I want my poached eggs, nice and runny and gooey. Let's give it a shot now, all together. Okay, here we go. That just sends it through the stratosphere. I love it. I love a runny egg with a country fried steak. Wow, absolutely worth it. I was a little concerned that I wasn't gonna appreciate Citizens because admittedly, there are cheaper breakfasts out there. There are cheaper breakfasts even here on site at Mandalay Bay. But the portions, the quality, absolutely in my mind make it worth it. I would already hands down recommend coming to Citizens Kitchen and Bar, and I know I'll be there.
A few minutes later.
Now, I am a sucker for blueberry pancakes, so I'm gonna offer you my thoughts on them. I'm wondering if Paul just can't appreciate them as much as I can. Let's see what happens. Get a little more syrup on here. I like it syrupy, sticky. Some big honking blueberries here too, geez. Now they do bake the blueberries into the pancakes as well, which I love. I'm glad it's not just topped with the blueberries. I have to say I love those. I think the blueberry flavor is fantastic. The blueberries are fresh and sweet, naturally sweet. The pancakes themselves, don't get me wrong, the base batter, it is a standard pancake, but in the best possible way. Good solid vanilla flavor, not too overly sweet. It tastes like a good old-fashioned buttermilk pancake recipe, very similar to what we make at home on a Sunday morning. And I can't complain. I do want to try a little bit of the ham, just because I don't normally get breakfast ham. I might have to dip a little bit in the syrup here, because I love a syrupy breakfast meat. That's got a beautiful spice to it, a little bit of smokiness to it. I generally avoid breakfast ham because it tends to be like a hockey puck. It's just dry and not pleasant. I'm much more of a breakfast sausage or bacon kind of guy, but that is good ham, and coupled with the pancakes and the syrup, I would come just for a short stack. Everything's great. I can't wait to come back to Citizens for lunch or dinner now.
So it's my turn now to try this country fried steak, and I love a good piece of fried meat covered in gravy. Let's take a little slice here. This looks like a perfect quality country fried steak. Now we do make these at home every once in a while. You always want that little bit of separation between the cube steak because you just know that it has a nice little layer between it. Let's take a bite. Definitely getting a little bit of pepper from the coating on it. These potatoes pair well with the country gravy, and they pair well with the cube steak. You can definitely tell that that cube steak has been pounded out. It's thick, but it's also thin at the same time, as a country fried steak should be. This is a huge portion. I'm gonna go ahead and continue enjoying this. Either way, we're gonna finish up our entrees. Stay tuned for our final thoughts on breakfast at Citizens Kitchen and Bar.
All right, friends, and just like that, we've just wrapped up our breakfast at Citizens Kitchen and Bar here at Mandalay Bay Resort Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was thoroughly impressed.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a little hesitant because of the prices.
Well, I was a little hesitant myself just because of the prices and because, let's just be real, it looked like your typical trendy restaurant.
Right.
Nothing special. But what blew me away was how big the portions were. So it was all of your breakfast basics and standards done, well.
Done very well.
Done very well, exactly.
It's what I like to call exceptional generic.
Exactly.
It's something that is accessible to every walk of life, tastes and flavors and entrees that anyone can appreciate and done very well. Now, granted, all of the entrees range anywhere from about $20 to $30 per person. So this is not necessarily a budget-friendly breakfast, but I think it is a good bang for your buck.
We would pay about that much if we were going to a place at home in Phoenix for a trendy brunch.
We want to give a huge shout out to our server, Shanna. She said Shanna Banana. She was fantastic.
Yep.
Such great energy. I have spent so many of my years of my life serving tables, and I know firsthand how hard it is, especially in the morning, to be so perky, so happy, so friendly.
Finally, she bundled our coffee.
Yes, I always love when they bring us a coffee to go. That's always a nice touch.
That was a really nice touch.
So yes, thank you, Shanna. We thoroughly appreciate the amazing service you offered. The entire staff there was awesome. I gotta say, I thought the vibe was cool too. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we're gonna keep bringing you more restaurant reviews, more hotel reviews, more attraction reviews, and a whole lot more fun from Las Vegas and beyond.
And I do want to say a big thank you to everyone for watching the channel, liking, commenting.
Yes, we love hearing from you guys. I can't stress that enough. Have you been to Citizens? And if not, would you go now? On that note, I want to thank you one last time. And until next week, we really hope you have a great one. Bye.
Wow, look at this view.
This is unbelievable.
That is insane, too. Like, just how tall this is.